I have two daughters that are 16 and 15, and they're about as different as night and day. My older daughter is very bright, a little lazy, and she found out that all she had to do to get through the public school system, I'm from Columbia, by the way, forgot to mention that, was that she could get straight A's with very little effort without even having to really crack the book. And so she wanted more of a challenge. Well, the school had a gifted program, but it just didn't have enough challenge for her. So that's why we turned to an online school situation. My younger daughter has autism. It's a mild form formerly known as Asperger's, which I guess is no longer a designation. But it means that she's very smart, but she is socially, well, she's like her dad, she's socially incompetent. You know, we do well. We're the kind of people who do well, the heads down work. We don't like to interact with people very well. But she has it much more severe than I do, because when the situation gets out of control, in the chaos of a common everyday classroom, which most people would not see as chaos, but to her it is, she has a fight or flight reaction. Of course, when you fight in school, you get in trouble. So her option has been to fly. And in the first month that she was at Lane Middle School in Columbia, she left the campus twice. Both times, police had to be called to find her because she couldn't handle the situation in the classroom. And so we said, what are the options? Well, we could do an IEP, which they promptly ignored. You know, we got the paperwork filed, but the school district didn't do anything with it because she was too much of a challenge for the teachers to handle. So they went to in-school suspension, out-of-school suspension. In the 2 months she was in classes, she saw maybe about 5 days in the classroom because they couldn't handle it. When we knew she had this problem because we moved here from Oregon. I don't know how many of you were here a year ago when we told our story. In Oregon, they had a public, I guess what it basically amounts to is a public school district that is totally online, called Connections Academy. And that's one of the people who supplies schooling here. I believe this young lady at the end has to do with Connections Academy, or with that organization. And it was a godsend. We had organized classes on a very strict schedule that kept the students who learned from home up to the pace of their public school counterparts. We had the phone interaction with the teacher anytime we needed it. We had email back and forth with the teacher all the time, and we had at least quarterly, let's get all the people who are homeschooling in this particular area together for interaction and fun and games and get to know each other. It was a great program. My daughter is now, basically a sophomore, and she's doing really well. But when we got here, and she hit this wall again, because we thought, well, since they don't have it, we're just going to have to transition you back into public school. It just didn't work. So we are now paying out of our pocket for an online school with curriculum, with grading, with set progress that she has to meet. And my tax dollars I pay for the public school system are completely wasted because I get absolutely nothing out of it. And that's a sad thing, you know, because like John here said earlier, some kids don't learn in a public school situation. My youngest daughter is one of them. My older daughter, yeah, she could do it, but she gets lazy and she's bored because she needs that extra challenge. My younger daughter needs the extra help. So this has been very important to us, and it's been wonderful to see her grow and blossom. Of course, she doesn't like writing papers still, but you know what sophomore does. But she puts out some work that when she has to, it just amazes me what she can put out. It's like, this is not the kid I knew 5 years ago. This kid has a future. And it's because of online schools that she does.